Hi students, once again I'm very happy to welcome you all for this video session. In this video session we are going to learn a new chapter from computer applications. In this chapter we are going to learn how to create files and forms using PHP and HTML. In your previous standard, which means in your 11th standard, you have learned how to create a application form using with HTML alone. Here you are going to learn how to create a form using with HTML as well as PHP, and the chapter name is forms and files, which means getting data from users. So the main objective of creating form controls are gathering the data or getting the data from the user with the help of various form controls. The various form controls they have given in your book detailed. So next one, how they works. Before going to enter into the topic in this chapter, you have to know how forms works, how to write forms in XHTML or else HTML. You can use XHTML or else HTML. XHTML is extensible hypertext markup language. HTML is hypertext markup language. How to access the data in PHP, because PHP is fully oriented by or fully designed for server machine. HTML is fully designed for client machine. So that if you are creating an application form, if you are creating an application form with HTML alone, it won't be a responsive one. If you are using PHP among HTML, it would be a responsive one, your application form, or else your application or else your website will be a or would be a responsive one. That is the main difference between the HTML and PHP. So next one, how forms works. First one, user request a particular URL. First you have to enter a particular URL with the search engine, and after that XHTML page supplied with form, and after giving the request to the web server by the user or by the client, it will respond you with your request, with or for your request it will respond something, and after that you have to fill the details of your particulars. After that you have to fill your details and you have to submit, and another URL is requested, and the form data sent to the server page, and your details will be stored into the server, and after that again a response will be coming over from web server, which means your request or your details will be stored in our data or in our web server. Like that, a HTML response will be coming over from the server to the user. This is what how the forms or how forms works. Okay, so this is what the codings, and we are going to enter into our subject. I already explained to you the main objective of PHP and HTML form controls are to collect the data from the user. So whenever you are going to create a web page or a website from remote client machine, and we have to feed the data to the server. In web development or user access website or web pages from a remote client machine, if you are using a particular website from your site or from your machine, your personal computer or your laptop or your iPhone or Android phone, that is a remote client machine. From the remote client machine you have to feed the details or data to the server. These data are collected via HTML forms controls like text box, drop down, checkbox, control and radio button, these are all comes under form controls of HTML. And then after giving the details, after giving the data of yourself with these HTML forms, it will be taken by the server side programming language by PHP. Okay, so next one is basic HTML form controls. One is text inputs, radio box, buttons, file select, checkbox, form, tag. These are all form controls of HTML most commonly used. And text inputs contains, this is what known as text inputs. This is known as text inputs. In this text inputs you have to give your name, and these three things are known as radio buttons. And under the radio button, see, this is what known as drop down list box. While clicking the drop down list box, lot of items will be there, and from that anyone you can select, and these two known as check boxes. While using checkboxes you can select both the one, while using checkboxes you can select both the things, but using radio button you are must to select any one among the three. You are not able to select all the three things. You can select any one among the three options. And this is delivery instruction. Here you can give, this is what known as text area. From the text area you can give more than one line. You can give more than one line. That is what the difference between the text box as well as the text area. And within the delivery instructions you can give your address itself to deliver the pizza, and here you have to give send my order. This is what known as button and OK button, and after pressing the OK button or after clicking the OK button, your filled detail will be sent over to the data server of that particular Pizza Shop 2.0 server, and after that they will get the data feed by yourself by their server machine with help of PHP, and they can get the data of yourself and they will deliver your order to your address. Okay, so this is what form works. This is what how the forms works. So next one is PHP form handling. So to handle the forms, two methods are there. One is post method, another one is get method. First of all, when the user keying the input data in HTML controls like clicks the submit button or request or whatever it is, request will be generated and reaches PHP file. If you are giving, if you are pressing submit button, your request will be reaches from your, or your request will be sent from your machine to data server. After that your request will be collect from the database server itself. After collecting your request from the database server, and immediately they will send a response to you. And how to give your request, what are the methods are there to give your request? Two methods are there. One is get method, another one is post method. Both the two methods are used to transfer the data from client machine to the server machine, but a big difference is there while using get method and post method. When you are going to transfer the data with help of get method, when you are going to transfer the data from your machine to web server with help of get method, your requested parameter is going to be passed over through or with URL itself. While using post method, your requested parameter will be sent over or passed over by your message body or with your message body itself, which means while using get method, it would not be secure. If you are using post method to transfer the data from your machine to web server, it would be secure. That is the main difference. So next one, we are going to see a small example for get as well as post method. See, here I am going to use exam server to run my PHP programs. So already I have created some programs for get method as well as post method. So see here, get.php and before that I have to enter into my local host, local host, here, get.php. Yes, see here, name I have to give here. I'm going to give my name. After giving the submit, see, while using get method, my parameter, requested parameter, which means what I'm going to give the details of particulars or about me, that will be pass over to the data server with the URL itself, so that it would not be secure. And next one I'm going to give, or I'm going to use post method, post.php. Yes, so see here I'm going to give my name as well as some password. After giving the submit button, yes, welcome or Radhakrishnan, and my details or requested parameter would be passed over to the database server with the message body itself. See here, there is nothing in the URL. That is the difference between using get method as well as post method. Okay, so next one we are going to see how to, what are the files are there, and with the help of the PHP we can open a file, we can read a file, we can close a file, we can write a file, we can appending a file, we can uploading a file. Uploading a file, it is nothing but it is just like us uploading your resume in a particular website, or just like us uploading your photo in a particular website to apply a particular job. With the help of the PHP we can open uh, existing file, existing text file, or existing uh, photo, existing image file, whatever it is, with the help of the PHP. Already I have created codes for that. See here, open. This is what a small program to open a text file within the PHP source, but you have to store that particular text file, which one you wish to open, that should be saved within the exam htdocs folder. And see here, my file is my variable, and fopen function is fopen function which is used to open a existing file, open an existing file. And this is what parameters, this is what known as parameters. First parameter is my file name, next parameter is mode of my file, read mode or write mode. Suppose if the particular file is not there, if the particular text file is not there, it would be produced, the error message would be produced, or unable to open the file, or the existing file is not available there. And while function I have to use what they have given in your book, that is the wrong thing. Okay, so if you want to open an existing file with PHP, you have to add these codes within PHP open file in your textbook, while FUOF of your variable, while function already I have explained you, while statement already I have explained you. So see here, and this is for this one. str replace is for breaking a single line into multi lines. str replace is for breaking a single line into multi line. See here, I am going to open an existing file. See, I am going to give here open.php. This is an existing file already I have created within the htdocs localhost, within my localhost. See, and I'm going to show you the file. So this PC in localhost C, sorry, local disk C, I have exam. Within the htdocs I have stored this file. Yes, rk, and this is what I have opened with PHP in a browser. See here, and next one I'm going to break the single line into multi-line. str under replace replace within the bracket slash or comma and this is what the code for. Yes, this is what for this str replace and the backslash r and br tag. Br is nothing but break tag, which will helps you to break a single line into multi lines. This is how we have to open an existing file. This is how we have to open an existing file with read mode. With the read mode means we can just see or read the message itself. That is what read mode. So next one we are going to see write mode. For next one is we have to use write, write, write my file, and here you have to uh, give your name, file name, and what I have given here Perambalur, that will be right within the file called rk4.txt. okay, so here next one I am going to save this one, save as write one.php. yes, and here and again I'm going to open or execute this file write one.php. so this one is for I'm going to create a new program to write a file. First of all I have to start with the PHP with the question tag. Next one is I have to give a small variable. I have to create a variable for my fopen, and next one is f open within the bracket I have to give rk5.txt within the double quotes or single quotes you have to give. And next one is w mode, which means write mode, or die. I have to pass a message unable to open, unable to open. And next one I have to give txt. I have to create a variable called txt. Within that I have to give what a message go gmhss. And next one is fwrite. Fwrite is for write the text message what I have given within text txt. That would be write by this function fwrite within my file comma, which one want to write in my file, the text one what I have given within the text, that would be write within the my file variable. Okay, so txt. So I have to close this one. And next one is again I have to close. Again I have to create another write variable, sorry, text variable. So for text I am going to give where our school is located, PERAMBALUR, Perambalur. So next one is again where it has to write. For that fwrite function I have to use, and where I have to write these letters, write this write the statement, or write the input variable Perambalur, that would be write into my file comma and txt. So here we can give txt1 because and next one finally I have to use close dollar symbol, which file I want to close, my file. I want to close my file. So next one is, so I'm going to save my program. So to save my program I have to give a name called rk.4 rk4.php. okay, so here I'm going to give rk4.php. so yes, nothing is there because it is a write file. If it is an open file it will be open on that particular web browser. Because of it is a write file, it doesn't open. See here rk5 is there. See, with the help of this code I have created a text document within the htdocs folder, within my local host. After running my program, after executing my program, a text file would be created what I have given within that. Yes, ggmhs Perambalur I have given there. So see here again I am going to give a small change. See here within Perambalur I am going to give a small hyphen, and that would be there in my, yes, I'm going to give. See here I'm going to close my program, or yes, with the date itself it would be coming over. Don't save. And again I'm going to open this one, RK5. Within the date, with the date itself, it's coming over there. So yes, RK5, what I have given, that would be opened, and write these files would be right in that particular fmy file in my local host itself. Okay, next one we are going to see append a file. So the file, to append a file, file dot put contents, file put contents function is used to append a file. File put contents is used to append a file. So see here, this function, yes, helps me to append a file, helps me to append a file. So see here, append is nothing but I'm going to append a new text at the end of existing text, at the end of the existing text. That is what help of append a file. Okay, so file put contents function, it is used to append a file. So to append a file we need four parameters, from the four parameters, two parameters are optional, two parameters are required. Required means it is mandatory, optional means no need to give, the parameters. So what are the parameters? File, data, mode, context. File, data, mode, context. File and data are required, mode and context are optional. So required file, which first one is file. What is that? Specify the file to write, which file you want to write, file. Okay, so next one, if the file does not exist, this function will create one. If that particular file does not exist in that particular folder, it will create a new one. So next one is data. What data you are going to write into the file? What data? This is what file, rk3.txt is file, and Perambalur, Tamil Nadu is data. These two things are mandatory. So next one is mode. Mode is nothing but write mode or read mode, open mode, whatever it is. So that is not a mandatory, that is an optional, depends upon the user. You can give or you can leave it as empty. So next one is context. It is also optional. Specify the context of the file handle. Context is a set of options that can modify the behavior of a stream. So context, it is a set of options. Context is nothing but it is a set of options. It can be modify the behavior of a stream. So this is also optional. So see here, I am going to give, so here I am going to execute my program for appending the file app.php is Perambalur with Tamil Nadu. What I have created here, see here, what I have created here, that would be append into the file rk3. So in rk3 we can see rk3 what is there, Perambalur Tamil Nadu is there. In rk1 itself, Perambalur Tamil Nadu is there. See, I have appended, see here, what is there in rk1, I have appended the text of rk1 with rk3.txt file. This is what append function. So append function, which is used to appending a new text with the end of existing text, that is what append. So next one is file upload is the best feature. Next one is file upload. It is the best feature to upload a file or image, whatever it is, with a web browser or with the web page. So while applying for a job, within a web server, or sorry, within a web page, you have to upload your resume, and along with your resume, you have to upload your photo also. For that, this code would be helpful. And here I am going to execute the photo upload or upload. See here, because here I have created a link to upload file as well as photo upload file. So that I am going to give upload file itself. I am going to execute my upload file itself, upload upload.php. Yes, see here, while clicking this choose a file, it would open uh, destination box. From that box, you have to select any particular image and you have to give open. And yes, this is what 1.jpg, this is what my file name with the extension. And after that, you have to give upload image. If the image is in correct format, or what they have given, what their required parameters about that particular image, if everything is correct, it would be taken by the data server. If I am using any server, what I have uploaded just now before, that would be saved into the server. Because here I didn't use any server, so that it will be blank. So next one, we are going to see the codes. See here, form action is equal to photo upload.php. So photo upload.php, it is a specific file to upload my photo. So next one is method is post method. Get method, post method is there. From those two methods, I have used post method. And next one is encrypt type. Encrypt type is multi-part form data. Multi-part is nothing but image part. So next one is input type is equal to file, and next one is name is equal to file upload. See here, continue. So again I will execute upload, upload upload. See here, choose a file and upload image is my id, and next one is file to upload. Next one is submit. So this one is upload image, what I have given here, that is what upload image. And next one is choose file, it is from photo upload session, it is from photo upload session here itself. Okay, so see here, is set, what this is what used to set an image or upload an image in that particular session. And next one is files image, and this is what name of the image, this is called, this is for image and this is for name of the image. And next one is image and size is nothing but, see what I have given here, the file size would be less than or equal to 2 MB. The file size would be less than or equal to 2 MB. If my file size is exceeding 2 MB, it would not upload into the particular web page. That is what tells this one to us. So next one is the extension should be JPEG, JPG or PNG format. Other formats are not allowed. Exemption, what, except JPEG, JPG and PNG format, other formats are not allowed to upload. So next one is, if in array file ext and extension is false, which means what I have given within this array is false, means other formats other than JPEG, JPG or PNG is not allowed to upload. And this is what size, if my file size is exceeding 2 MB, and the error message would be what, pass over by the server machine, because my photo size will be more than 2 MB. So if empty, errors equal to true, move uploaded, and this is what to move the file what I have uploaded with help of this codes, that would be moved to a particular folder into the database server with the help of move uploaded file. And after gathering the data with the database server, what are the details uploaded by the user, after gathering the data or after getting the data by the server, and success message will be print with help of echo function. In PHP, echo and print functions are used to print the function on the output screen. Echo or print function, most probably most of the people are using echo function only to print the function on the data or output screen. So with this, the chapter 8.1 forms and files are over. So students, I hope you all understand these concepts very well. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me whenever. Don't hesitate to call me. Once again, thank you for watching this video and try to understand the concepts very clearly. And I hope you all understand this video very clearly. Thank you once again.